Ashrath, and Ashrath is really a very good ban coming up from mercenary team, because if we use the ulti of Ashrath really very properly, we can even kill 5 people and can take rampage in a really few time. So the next ban coming up from Synergy is Lotus. Lotus is a really good mage support, and she is really very helpful in the team fight, and she can save her teammates in the team fight using her ulti. And the ulti is really helpful in the team fight because it stuns all the people in a given radius. So let's see what the mercenary team is gonna ban, and it will be the last ban coming up from both the teams. So no, I can't actually see what is their last ban. So let's move on to the next picks coming up from Synergy. So they pick up Lunaria, as Lunaria is really good in team fights. So let me increase the volume. So Lunaria is really good in team fights, and she is really helpful in the team fight because of her second level and ulti. So let's see the next picks coming up from Mercenary. They pick up Zhang Fei and Sun Wukong. Zhang Fei is really good initiator and a really good tank hero, and his ult is really very helpful in the team fight because he gets healed up whenever he gets damaged. And so the next pick coming up from Mercenary is Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is a really good lane pusher, and can be really fatal for those heroes who are left with really low health after the team fight, and he can also initiate the team fight with his ulti. So the next two picks coming up from Synergy teams are Vincey and Ouroboros. So Vincey is a really good ADR, and he's really helpful in the team fight because of his ulti that increases his range, and if he gets farmed before that, he'll be really fatal in the team fight. And Ouroboros is a really good semi-tank hero, and he can be really helpful in the team fight because of his ulti. So the next picks coming up from mercenary teams are Saya and Freya. So Saya is a really good mage support, and her ult is really helpful because it will follow the opponent until he gets the hit. And the next is Freya. Freya is a really good ADR, and she'll be really helpful for the team fights as she has a really good damage. And the last two picks coming up from Synergy teams are Burninator and Electros. Burninator is a really good initiator and a really good tank hero, so he's a really good pick. And Electros, he can play as a lane pusher and even play as a semi-tank hero. So the next picks coming up, the last pick coming up from mercenary team is Jean. Jean is a really good support hero, and her ult is really helpful in the team fight as she can stun the whole team if you use her ult properly. So let's see what is gonna happen in the gameplay, because both the teams are equally balanced, but the Synergy team has made